Sammy Hennessy here with UCCS Athletics, and I'm here with Coach Ricki. So, Coach, this past season was your last non-conference season. What do you hope on seeing in the regular season from your team?
Well, it's kind of an opportunity for us to restart. If we do really well in the preseason, it can help us. Certainly, you want as many regional wins as you can, but our kids also have a clear understanding that if we do what we're supposed to do in conference, we still have a good chance of being in the top of the conference, becoming regionally ranked, or winning the RMAC tournament and getting set to make an appearance in the NCAA tournament.
Definitely. And this past Saturday, the weather really wasn't on your guys' side. It was kind of chilly, but you were still able to come out with a win in the first game, 6-3, and a close second game, only losing by 1 run. How did you and your team overcome this obstacle of the nasty weather?
Well, the biggest thing was we went in saying we can't be the team from Colorado complaining about the cold. We did play in temperatures much colder than what RMAC will allow for games. I think the feels like most of the day was about 17, but there was no wind. So, they had an opportunity to run in between games. OCU did have heaters in the dugout, so we were huddled around those as much as we could be. But really, it just came down to understanding it's as cold for us as it is for them. Like you said, we came out with a win in game 1, had a pretty balanced scoring lineup throughout that game. Second game, we weren't as balanced. We got one big hit from Alex Cook that put runs up on the board, which was awesome. But we weren't as consistent up and down the lineup. So we did compete very well throughout the weekend, despite the cold temperatures. Our scores were much closer this week, competing against teams that, SNU saw itself, I believe, in the GAC Conference Championship final last year, and then both OCU and UCO are one of the top ranks in their respective conferences too, within the Heartland and the MIAA. So we're competing with the top in other conferences. We just have a few things to continue to put together to be more consistent throughout our lineup.
Yeah, definitely. And then also this past Sunday during the second game, your team did not give up when they were down 4-0. At the top of the fourth, they tied the game up 4-4, but sadly losing the lead and having the game be 6-4. What do you have to say about your team fighting to catch up to tie that score and to making it a close game?
Well, again, that's something we've been talking about week to week. We've got to do a better job of competing 14 innings every day. As the minimum, that should be the minimum expectation. If we're going to play double headers every day, we've got to be able to do that. And we did that much better. We got some, RBI clutch hits at times. Sawyer Brewster came up with a monster home run that I still don't think has come down. And it gave us a lot of momentum and energy going out throughout that game. And I think our kids are starting to realize, we can beat anybody. But we're giving away too many freebies. We're giving away some free bases that are allowing people to score. And we've talked about the need to shut things down right after we score, come out on the defensive end and hold the momentum by going 3 up, 3 down right after we score. We weren't able to do that in the fourth, and that kind of hurt us late because we've had some injuries. That took some people out of the game and got one bad call that I really think hurt our momentum. We had bases loaded and what would have been an infield single, keeping the game going and would have had us retake the lead. I thought that one didn't go our way, but we continued to fight, and that's something we're talking to our kids about every day. The understanding that we're going to get bad calls, so we've got to play well enough on our side, on both sides of the ball, that it doesn't matter what the umpire does. It doesn't matter what the wind does. It doesn't matter, if a ball ends up foul or called foul that's fair, and all those little things. We've just got to do a better job maintaining control throughout the game.
Definitely. And then going into this weekend's game, it's a home game against Colorado State Pueblo. What is your main focus going into this weekend?
Well, again, for us, it's about consistency, being able to feed the bat down the lineup and keep innings going. Pueblo hasn't played as much in the preseason as we have, so I think for us, we should be starting to feel a little bit more like midseason form rather than the shaking off the cobwebs and getting back into the mental shape of playing for that long in a day. But we've got to come out and compete. We've got to take care of the ball on defense. We've got to move the bat through the lineup as much as we can. And just make sure that we're taking advantage of every opportunity to get to the next base. They've got a great catcher behind the plate for them, so they're going to make us earn it. We're definitely going to have to, earn every base that we get, so we just got to make sure that we've got momentum throughout the whole series and just take it one step at a time to get through it.
Absolutely. Well, good luck, Coach, in your weekend game, and go Mountain Lions.
Thank you.